Do you remember when the White House rickrolled millions of people on Twitter? If you are fortunate enough to not know what rickrolling is, allow me to demonstrate. It was back in July 2011. The White House tweeted the following. Fiscal policy is important, but it can sometimes be dry. And then they pasted a link there for people to click on. And when you clicked on the link to find out about this dry fiscal policy thing, this is what happened when you clicked on the link. You have been rickrolled. Congratulations. A rickroll is an internet made-you-look prank. You promise somebody that they're going to see something cool and interesting and new, then they click on the link and they get this, always this. It's not like any song, it's always this song and this video. It's a song from 1987 by a man who I'm sure is a very nice person named Rick Astley. But his name is Rick, and so it's rickrolled. This is an old online joke. And yes, it's weird and it is annoying, but it's annoying on purpose. It's annoying because you not only don't get to see the noteworthy thing you were promised, that you were interested in enough to click, but you also get this song stuck in your head and it stays there forever. It's the rickroll, okay? Well, earlier this week, the National Rifle Association announced that they would be holding a major press conference to respond to the shooting at the Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. And at this press conference, they said they would offer meaningful contributions to help make sure that nothing like Sandy Hook ever happens again. Seemed like a big deal that the NRA did that, right? They never really say things like that after their shootings, after mass shootings. They never, for example, call press conferences. It's not how they usually handle it. Would this actually be a new and different message from the NRA? Was the NRA prepared to change, sing a different tune? At the press conferences this morning, they were still teeing us up, right? We were ready to hear some never-before new ground from the NRA. The nation tuned in expectantly. What would happen?
At the end of this conference, we will not be taking questions, but next week we will be available to any of you who are interested in talking about these or other issues of interest to you. So contact us, please, at that point. Thank you very much. Wayne?
Good morning. The National Rifle Association, 4 million mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, joined the nation in...
Same old thing, and it's going to be stuck in my head forever. They rickrolled us. The NRA rickrolled the whole country. They promised us something that sounded new, something that sounded meaningful, something you thought maybe this time would be a change and be worth tuning in for, something you hadn't heard before from this very important group, right? But then you tuned in, you clicked, and what you got is something that they have always done and that you have heard many, many times before.
There exists in this country, sadly, a callous, corrupt, and corrupting shadow industry that sells and stows violence against its own people through vicious, violent video games. I mean, we have blood-soaked films out there, 1,000 music videos, and you all know this, portray life as a joke, and they portray murder as a way of life. And throughout it all, too many in the national media, their corporate owners, and their stockholders act as silent enablers, if not complicit co-conspirators.
Video games, movies, music videos, the media all to blame. At one point he blamed hurricanes for whatever is the bad thing that happens next, but definitely not guns. And this, blame everything except guns, this is not a new PR strategy for the NRA. This is what they always, always do.
We believe that people adjudicated mentally incompetent by a court of law should be prevented from owning guns. As discussions continue in the weeks ahead, and I know they will, we're going to have many, many discussions in the weeks ahead. We'll take our responsible place at any gathering that seeks meaningful solutions in this country, as long as they do not erode, even a little bit, the freedoms this association exists to protect.
That was as far as they've ever been willing to go in the past. That was Wayne LaPierre at the NRA conference in 1999, not 2 weeks after the Columbine shootings. That was what they said was their meaningful contribution back then to support something that was already the law. This is what the NRA does. Puts the blame on everyone and everything other than the one thing that they do not want to talk about, which is guns.